Welcome to Steve Robb Reviews. Well, the title today is Thinking Outside the Mailbox, and right in there is a mailbox. So I'm going to show you kind of a unique thing that I've done to my house, where I put a mailbox out in front of my house for the mailman. And today is going to be an improvement. Now inside here is a mailbox much larger than the one that I had before. And this is one of these deals you get from Amazon called Amazon Warehouse Deals. The regular price for this at Home Depot is $140. The regular price on Amazon is just over $100. I paid 43 bucks. But it says may have up to 5% damage on it, this kind of stuff. But in my experience on Amazon, most of the stuff that I've bought, I've never found a defect on. And I think they're just returns. But we're going to open up this one here. Let's take a look and see if this thing is all dent and smashed and everything else. But it's a much larger one. And I'm going to show you what I have outside now. And I'm going to show you how thinking outside the mailbox, well, it's a huge improvement in what I have right now. Okay, you ready? Now this hasn't been opened up before, but you can see it's a return box. And it's been taped up like a couple of times. I'm just going to open it up here and see what we have. Okay, so we got it right here. Oh man, that is a huge one. Okay, I'm gonna go get this out. Okay, let's just try this. There we go, right there. Okay, I'm going to get you a better shot of this mailbox because we're going to see if this is dinged and dented. I'm telling you, is this heavy or what? But you take a look at that. Is that, you see any dings or dents in that anywhere? Does that look dinged and dented to you? What about that side? This is the first time I'm looking at it. It looks pretty good to me. And the whole idea behind this mailbox is it's got like a cast, well, as you can see, this door is on backwards, right? If you take a look at this knob here, it's on backwards. So I think what I got to do is reverse the door around, because the knob should really be on the outside, right? So maybe there's some destructions inside, but I don't see anything on this. And this is pretty well useless. Nobody ever uses these flags and that. But look at the size of this. It is, that's pretty huge. And this is all cast on both ends. And I really don't see any dings, no dents, no nothing on this. So, okay, I'm going to turn that door around. It must be able to turn around. I think they just have it in like that for shipping. But it looks like brand new to me. And, I don't do fancy guys, so if it's had a couple of dings and dents in it, like c'est la vie, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the mailbox that I have now. And the reason why I'm changing this is, I'll tell you something, the amount of packaging that we get today, like I get flyers in a bundle like this. The person can barely stuff it inside my mailbox, because my mailbox is only like this big, but I'm going to show you. And my mailman said to me one day, he's actually a friend of mine, and he said, he said, I'd like to be able to put some packages in there, but your mailbox is just too small. It'll save me from, bringing it all the way up on the steps and that kind of stuff, because sometimes I get, like packages that just won't fit, right? So I said, no problem, I can fix this. That's what we got right there. That's the fix. So let's go out and take a look at my mailbox and what I have now, and you're going to see some huge improvements, so let's go take a look. Okay, so we're out the front of the house. This is the mailbox that I have, and as you can see, if you take a look in there, you just see a couple of carriage bolts in there. And you can see it's definitely smaller than before, and all I have is a pipe pounded into the ground. And if you take a good look right here, I do have just a little bit of a set screw here, put some caulking on here, and a pipe that telescopes inside. And if we take a look at the bottom, I'll get a shot of the bottom here. Yeah, you can just see that there's a couple of carriage bolts hanging down. Well, we're going to make a huge improvement on this today, and we're going to actually cover this whole pipe, and I'll bring you back when this is all switched over. Well, this is 1 hour later and it's all complete. I'll take you out to the front and I'll show you how it looks, and see if you can guess what the outside casing I used to make this with, and then we'll come back in the shop. Well, there we go right there. Can you see a huge difference in size between the both of them? And you know, I put the knob on the outside here, and you can see how that's all bolted in. And then I'll show you how this is all done underneath. And look at that. I just bolted the board on the bottom there, and it's kind of dark, but you know what? That's it right there. And I just bolted it on there, and that's it. Now, of course, you can't see where I bolted it here and here, like you've seen in the frame before. So, well, that's it right there. And I think it looks pretty swift. And can you guess what the outside covering is there? So let's go back in the shop, and I'll explain how I actually did this. Well, all I used was PVC downpipe. Now, you can get this in white or you can get it in brown. You know, it's up to you what color you want to get, but I chose the white. And to tell you the truth, when I was looking over there, I didn't see anything. Like, I bought this at Home Depot and it was like 13 bucks. I didn't see no brown. Now, I can change it to brown anytime. It would only take me a couple of minutes to swap it out. So how do you actually do that where you don't see no hardware? Well, the top of the mailbox is 41 inches. I mean, to the top of where the fasteners are, 41. I read the instructions and I didn't know that there is actually a specification where you got to put your mailbox. Because up here in Canada, very few people have mailboxes at the front of the house. They always have them up on their steps or somewhere around there. And well, you know, the mail people, well, you know, it's hard in the legs going up and down stairs all the time, right? So I have a 41-inch height from the grass to the bottom of the mailbox. So I dug it 47 inches deep. Put the pipe over top. Now I got all the access to the fasteners underneath. Lift up the PVC here, cover it with dirt, and Bob's your uncle, and that's it. So that was a very easy job. Took me an hour to do right from the beginning to the end. And that's a project that most people could tackle themselves. And you just got to pound a pipe in the ground. Make sure you know where you're putting your pipe, right? And then telescope another one inside. And this time I put in a couple more fasteners on the side to really lock it in tight. And of course I don't need no caulking to go around the lip of the two different pieces so water doesn't get in there. And it's there for good. I mean, that's probably going to be there for the next 25 years. I mean, that is a really good heavy duty mailbox. I don't see too many that's that big, and my mailman's going to love it. So thanks for joining me here today. If you haven't seen this channel before, you're welcome to subscribe and see some unique projects that I build all the time and I enjoy sharing with you. Cheers.